First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. On 1st and 10, Prescott. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
This is Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go. Mark 54. I got him. Slam.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, and it's third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt, and the Bears take over. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Prescott from the gun. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Twisting away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Nothing too fancy there, a simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you were onto something.
Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey will fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
First down, Cowboys.
Check. Ready? Check. 45 to mine.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This one caught by Ridley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score
3-0 after one on EA Sports. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Again, McCaffrey. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, and he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's got Lockett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Prescott to throw it. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Plays like that, when you see the athleticism of a guy over 300 pounds, you forget that they can do that. They're so athletic.
Yeah, and I love how it all came together. He won the leverage battle at the line of scrimmage. Then he won the battle with his hands to shed the blocker. And how about the agility to get into the backfield and run him down?
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third.
It's hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Prescott now gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Allen now going to throw again. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Allen now on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
Okay, Brady, I'm seeing it.
At the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Allen again. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Allen now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
43-19.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen sliding out of the pocket. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. And here's Allen operating from the gun. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Is it? 45.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On the delay, Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking for Shepard deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. To the air again, Prescott. A dump underneath to Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. They'll try and run it. He's got it up to the 15. Showed off some fancy footwork there on the play. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Prescott on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Prescott off play action. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Then Xavier Woods with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way. Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third and short.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He can run for it, and he will. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here we go.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Prescott. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Play action now, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game.
Bears on third down. Not quite 50%. Prescott from the gun.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down.
First, this one from 38. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Throwing on first down is Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but
throwing again, Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
The speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. To throw, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 50 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player, but he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 16, Allen. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And the trend, nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.